What's up, everybody, and welcome to my Let's Play of Xenoblade Chronicles. I am so excited to be bringing this game to my channel and for you guys to watch and hopefully play along with me. This is a game that I've been wanting to play on this channel for a couple of months now. Though, to be honest, I had quite a hard time actually starting this Let's Play. I knew how massive this game was from my first playthrough back in June of this year, and I knew it was going to be a very tall task to complete, and I wasn't sure how much of the game I wanted to play through, if I wanted to just do the story, maybe go even more in depth than my first playthrough, and different things like that, I guess. But I finally decided to just go ahead and tackle the challenge. I wanted to save this game for some kind of special moment, but didn't really know what kind of special moment I'd be waiting for, and so I just finally decided to just go ahead and get started. So obviously, as I mentioned before, this has quickly become my favorite game of all time, and honestly the entire Xenoblade Chronicles series has become one of my favorite series of all time as well in just a few short months. When I first picked up this game, I didn't think it would be really anything special. I thought I'd play through the game and be like, wow, that was pretty cool, and probably never touch another Xenoblade Chronicles game for a while, except maybe to revisit this game sometime down the road. But here I am, only a couple months later, about to start my second playthrough, and one here for you guys. Now, I want to cover a couple of things that I didn't mention in the announcement video, or that I guess I wasn't 100% truthful about. Now, granted, I recorded that video and then kind of upped the ante on myself a little bit. So this Let's Play will be a lot closer to 100% than we originally intended, I guess. I do plan on doing a lot of the side quests, maybe not all of them. There are like over 400 in the game, so that is quite a lot. But I plan on doing most of them, a lot of the bigger quests, even the smaller quests, because they don't take a lot of time to complete. And this game's got a couple of quality of life improvements that help out with those as well. And I do plan on just trying to do as much as I can, explore as many of the things as possible, just because I want to show off this game and I want to see some stuff brand new for the first time as well. No real warnings other than, unlike most JRPGs, this game is very cutscene heavy at the beginning, so just a little bit of warning there. But it feels kind of surreal to say this. But welcome to my Let's Play of Xenoblade Chronicles.
Long ago, the world was nothing more than an endless sea, cloaked in a boundless sky, reaching as far as could possibly be imagined. Then two great titans came into existence. The Bionis and the Mechonis. The Titans were locked in a timeless battle. Until at last, only their lifeless corpses remained. Eons have passed. Now, our world, this vast land stretching across the remains of the Bionis, is under attack from a relentless force known as the Mechon. Retreat! Retreat!
They're advancing down our weak right flank. For a bunch of soulless machines, they seem to know a thing or two. But we'll see.
Young man, we've been given the order to retreat. We're pulling back the line to Colony 6. That's where we'll set up the last line of defense.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Any more time spent hanging around here, and we're done for.
Count me in. We gotta get out of here.
Or we can stay and fight.
What?
We may die if we take a stand here, but staying gives us the chance to change our destinies. We have the Monado. With this, the future is ours for the taking.
Stupid beast. Your body can't take any more of the Monado. I can tell by just looking at you.
Getting short-sighted in your old age, Dixon. I'm fine. Don't worry, I'm still in control.
I should have known I couldn't talk sense into a beast. Let's do this. I'm going with you. You'll need someone to drag your corpse off.
As long as you think you've still got the strength in you, old man.
Oi, you two. We've been ordered to pull back. I'm leaving.
Well, I say you're coming with us. What would we do without those?
The enemy's second wave is approaching!
It's now or never, Dunban. Let's show them what we got. We'll give them a warm Hom's welcome.
Acknowledged.
Yeah! Ha! What are they trying to prove? I'm not throwing my life away. No point dying in some godforsaken field. Nothing for it. I'll have to use Dunban as a decoy. Yeah, that should give me time to escape.
Alright, so we're thrown right into a battle, so we need to press L or R to target a monster. Here we are controlling Dunban, we'll control a monster, and targeting enemy will display the battle palette. So we'll have our teammates on the left of the screen. If I go back there, you'll have the enemy at the top of the screen, and then the battle palette at the bottom. We select the fight icon with A, and it will begin a battle. So let's select this Mechon right here. We're level 27 to start off with, and approach the target to auto attack. If you're too far, from a monster, you can't attack it. So this game, which is different from most other JRPGs, is not turn-based. Instead, it's real-time action. Select art with the left or right buttons and press A to confirm it. We cannot use arts in the following circumstances: if you're out of the range or the conditions for the art aren't met. There are two different kinds of arts: Monado Enchant, or select from these two different arts that we have currently available. Obviously, there's tons more that we'll be unlocking throughout our entire adventure. We have the Monado Enchant, which powers up party members, and then Monado Buster, which deals major damage to the enemy. So we do Enchant, because currently our teammates cannot do any damage to these Mechon. Monsters like this can't be done damage to with ordinary weapons, only with the Monado. So if we enchant, they're now allowed to do damage, and we can do a lot more. And once we do that, these guys are done for. But we got some more monsters entering the battle. They'll target onto us, and we'll engage in battle once more. This guy's targeting onto us. You can see who's being targeted by the enemies with the red ring around them. So right now it's Mumkar is his name, by the way. I don't know if I'd mentioned that. We use Monado Buster, this does quite a lot of damage. Should kill all these guys in one hit. And there we go. With that, we're done. Except we've got one more enemy coming in, being dropped from the sky. It's a Mechon M82, but don't worry, we should be just fine. And so we have Dixon here, who we're controlling, and then we have, or I'm sorry, not Dixon, we're controlling. Dixon's the guy with the red bandana on. This is Dunban. We're using another Monado Buster to hopefully take this guy out in one hit. Okay, not exactly, but we're doing pretty good. And then we've got Mumkar over there with his little blades on his arm, plotting to use us as a decoy, I guess. We'll use Enchant, and we'll take care of all these monsters.
You've gotta be kidding. It's their main force. Looks like the Mechon are hell-bent on taking us out.
They'll have to be if they want to beat us. Now, let's even the odds a bit.
You heard him.
Dixon, Mumkar, let's do this.
doing? That way is... Sorry, brothers. Hate to drop this on you, but it's the Monado they're after. So have fun keeping them occupied for me. I'm getting the hell out of here.
Mumka, you dirty...
Now, don't worry. I'll organize your funerals. Well, see you, boys.
Wait! Huh? If this is a joke, it ain't funny. Looks like this is it. At least we know our luck can't get any worse from here. Dumban?
Dixon, take care of the survivors.
Dumban, what are you playing at?
Those idiots. I'll just come and get the Monado when everything's quieted down a bit. That thing's gonna be mine! Oh no, please! No!
Vile Mechon. If you think the Homs, the people of Bionis, are just waiting here for you to pick us off, you are sorely mistaken.
A Mechon M71. I bet I can use its optical system to align one of the anti-air batteries. Ah, no good. It's broken. The joint section. It's buckled. It's completely useless. Ugh. Huh? An M69! Its armor would be perfect for making a shield. If I can just get it off, I should be able to... Shoot! Rhine! It's not a Mechon. It's just a Crabble. It was using the Mechon armor as a shell.
I'll lure it away and topple it. When it's down, use your arts to finish it off.
Alright, so we meet our main antagonist of the game. Also, this is the Mechon record side. This is Shulk, and that is Ryan, and we're rudely interrupted by this HP gauge. When HP gauge is depleted, the character will be incapacitated. Select an art and press A to confirm. Just like normal, we use backslash to deal damage. It does more damage from the back, obviously, and then we have light heal, which can restore our allies' HP. And then we can select who will be healed using up and down arrows. And I'll show what that means if we need to. So obviously, Shulk here. We cannot use the same art repeatedly. Once we use it, the cooldown begins and it will recharge and the art can be used again. Once the cooldown period is finished, you can use the art again. Like it says down there. Alright, no, we're ready to heal anyone at this point. We should be fine just to attack. Obviously, we want Ryan to take the aggro. He's got more health and he's more of a defensive character than Shulk, who's more of a glass cannon. Each character has a special art called a talent art. Select the talent art icon and press A to use it. On this gauge shows up every time an attack connects. So it's not like the other ones in which like they recharge automatically. You must be attacking the enemy in order to use these. Alright, so if we do this with Shulk, we'll inflict what we call break, and defeated enemies will drop treasure chests. Press A to open it and take the loot. Alright, sweet, there we go. So we open up this treasure chest and we'll take all the items from inside. The green ring stops you from escaping. These are called battle barriers. Defeat the monsters to make the ring disappear. So we have another enemy that we defeat. It's a common caterpillar. Beware of aggro during a battle. Aggro is the measure of a monster's feeling of animosity towards each party member. The more damage a party member takes from a monster takes from a party member, the greater the aggro towards that member. If aggro of the party becomes the target of the monster's wrath, an aggro ring will appear around them. Shulk's backslash deals more damage if he attacks from behind the monster. This is what's called an art's bonus effect. When you're in a position to gain an art's bonus effect, it will be helpfully highlighted for you as a chance art. When aggro ring appears around Ryan, Shulk has the chance to use backslash from the rear. If a bonus effect, if successful and the bonus effect condition is met, the damage value will be displayed in the special icon. Alright, so right now Shulk's being attacked, but now we have a chance here with the backslash, and we're good to go. I'll go ahead and show off the healing here. We heal Ryan a little bit. That'll just heal him up nice and easy, and there we go.
Thanks, Ryan. That was a close one.
Man, what were you doing wandering off by yourself? Stay where I can keep an eye on you. It's pretty dangerous outside of the colony. There are all kinds of monsters.
Yeah. But thanks to you, we got its shell. Everyone in the colony is going to be really happy.
I'm more worried about you than the shell. Oh, whatever. Knowing what you're like, at least you'll make a decent weapon out of it. This scrap driver's excellent.
I just learned by watching Dixon make weapons.
Of course, Dunban's weapon still beats them all.
The Monado. I hope I can figure out the secret of his power one day.
You will, Shulk. Anyway, we better get back to the colony. If I'm late for drills again, old Square Tash is gonna kill me.
Square Tash? Oh, the Defense Force Colonel. He's pretty scary.
Tell me about it.
Sorry, I didn't mean for you to come all the way out here during your break.
Don't worry about it. Let's get back.
Follow the dotted path to advance the story. Path to the next objective, main story objective, is displayed on the mini-map. You can switch to the mini-map to full screen mode by pressing the left stick. To check the story memo, press ZR to display the guidance panel on the bottom right of the screen. It allows you to check the story memo. Press ZR while the guidance panel is open to close the story memo. And we can move the camera forward, backwards, left, and right, and zoom. It's pretty simple. We can save it from the menu where we can save our progress. We cannot save during battles and story events. However, we can save in most other situations. This game includes an autosave feature, and save data will be recorded using the function will be marked with the autosave icon. The game will automatically save at certain points, but to make sure your most recent progress is not lost, regularly saving manually is recommended. While the game is autosaving, the autosave icon will appear in the bottom left of the screen. And we can also review tutorials at any time. And if further tutorials are added as we play the games, we can view these in the menu as we wish. The event theater is now available from the game's title screen. It lets us rewatch any events that we've seen before. By changing the setting below, we can adjust the scene's weather, time of day, with some exceptions, or the party character's cosmetic equipment only if already acquired. Most of that stuff is just like random, but we got an affinity coin and some XP. I'll explain more about what all this stuff does in a little bit, but right now we should probably just focus on doing some main story stuff and getting back to the colony. So we might as well fight some enemies on our way here, especially now that we got a higher level and whatnot. Go ahead and inflict break here. That can cause topple. Didn't mean to use that. I didn't think Shulk would be targeted here. But there we go. With that topple though, the enemy couldn't attack us at all. So it's always good to try to inflict break when possible, and then try and hopefully from that point at least get Ryan to inflict topple, and then the enemy simply can't do anything. They're basically proven or made immobile for just a moment. We can always get items from these enemies. I'm gonna say I probably won't collect too much more. Probably leave most of that alone. But these blue orbs here are collectibles. The latest additions to our Collectopedia can be registered in the Collectopedia. Fill in a row or collect all the items in an area to receive a reward. We can access the Collectopedia from the menu. I guess I might as well show that off while we're here. This first episode is going to be a little bit longer. Obviously we can change equipment and things like that. We also have the appearance area. This is new to the definitive edition of this game. Obviously this is all pretty normal. All of the colony tops and shoes and things like that. For the most part, I will be leaving all the characters in their colony clothes. And luckily, just because it's Shulk and Ryan, it will be okay. I won't leave their weapons looking the same because I think that's kind of dumb. I don't want to leave them in their underwear or anything like that. That seems a little awkward. Actually, he doesn't even wear this outfit. He wears the middle type, doesn't he? Yeah, that's normally what he wears anyway. So we're going to leave them in their base outfits, I think, for most of the adventure. Unless I get an outfit that seems more fitting and I have the whole thing. I always check in between episodes and things like that. And I'll do most of this off screen and things like that. So no worries there. He doesn't have anything else to wear, I don't think. Oh, we do have Hom's Military 1. But I think I'm good. I don't think we're going to put that on. So we should be fine. Like middle type 1. Because it's all a bunch of random stuff. So nothing I want to put on Shulk yet. I don't think. Yeah, we're totally fine here. Nothing I want to put on him quite yet. I really don't have anything there. Obviously, we have the area map. This is Colony 9. The home settlement located at the lower leg of the Bionis often suffers from falling debris. Here is where we're needed to go. There's a lot of exclamation points and things like that on the map. All these different icons. I'll show you guys what that means in a little bit. We have the Mechon wreckage site. If we press A, we can skip travel. This is very useful in this game. So anytime you have see an icon like that pop up on your screen, just know that that's a warp point that you can use later on. This game, you can also change the time. So if I want it to be 10 a.m., it's now 10 a.m. and I can simply do that just fine. We also have the Collectapedia. We have items. You can look at all of our items that we have. So this is a scrap driver that Shulk has. I'm sorry, Ryan has, and then this is the junk sword for Shulk. We can like lock them in and things like that. Set them as favorites with the right trigger or the left stick. We can also look at all of our different items and gears and things like that. So the strong dandelion we picked up just a little bit ago from that blue orb. These are monster items, key items. These are called collectibles, crystals, gems, materials, key items, and arts manuals. I won't cover all of these quite yet. Obviously, we have feet, legs, arms, torso, head, and weapons. This is all the gear that we'll be wearing and things like that. We also have the Collectapedia that you can add things to. So we got that strong dandelion. Go ahead and place that in there. I will mostly be filling these out at the end of an area once we've explored there. But I want to just go ahead and add that just to show that it's here. And then of course this game has achievements, records and trial achievements, things like that. And you get experience depending on what you do. And that's pretty much it. Achievement 1 is never enough. So yeah, already our first achievement of the game. I recommend anytime you see these blue orbs just running by and picking them up. They're pretty useful, pretty important, I'd say. We'll simply run by most of these enemies. Most of these enemies aren't going to bother us if we don't bother them. They're pretty passive in nature, so we'll just simply leave them alone. I don't think there's really any reason to fight them if we don't have to. But man, the definitive edition of this game looks so good. And you see that little marker that's popped up on our screen. It's got a little bit of a red flag there. It looks like a little speech bubble. That is where we are headed. That is the place that we need to go. And once we get there, we'll more than likely be greeted by a cutscene. But here we are. This is Colony 9.
Here we are. I better stop in at HQ. You off to the weapon development lab?
Yeah, when I've sold any parts I can't use.
All right. See you later.
And off goes Ryan. And so our party has changed, and anytime that happens, the members of the party, it will show you who's in reserve, as well as any guests that you have with you. And then this gives you a chance to go to the main menu and swap around the members of your squad if you'd like. You also have the system menu as well, with tutorials option. We can't save or load right now anything. It's still early in the game, so the game just expects you to just leave. Or actually, I think it's because we just opened that menu there as well. We can't. Obviously, you have the tutorials here that we can all look at, and also some hints and things like that. Most of this stuff we've already seen though, so we're totally fine. Also, expert mode. I want to go ahead and cover this now, actually. Expert mode lets us store a portion of earned XP for later use, rather than being granted to your character immediately. Expert mode is disabled by default. While expert mode is enabled, press R with R. All further experience gained throughout completing quests, discovering landmarks and locations and gaining achievements will be reserved for later use. So, and we can also use this to adjust levels. The expert mode option in the system menu, access with the plus, lets us manually adjust characters' levels. Increasing a character's level will cost reserve XP. Reducing a character's level will convert access experience points back into reserve XP. And we can adjust levels. Level adjustments performed individually for each character. Select your desired character with A and then pick the desired level and confirm it with A as well. While leveling up, the maximum level available with your current reserve XP will be shown. You cannot lower a character's level beyond the level that we were first introduced at. Currently it is enabled or disabled. I will leave that disabled. I will only use it in very specific situations, which I'll talk about here in just a moment. Also, shops. We can buy and sell anything. Anytime you see this icon above someone, that is a shopkeeper. We can sell loot and then make money by defeating monsters and selling your loot at shops. Obviously, you can see if loot is inexpensive or expensive based on the icon that it has next to it. And accepting quests. Press A to talk to anyone with an exclamation mark above their head. Complete the quest they give to receive money, XP, or items. And you also press Y to trade with individuals. Some of them will gladly take an item you don't need in exchange for a rarer item. Enjoy quest and training alongside the story. The story will progress even if you don't do any trading or complete any quest. However, using these features may give you an advantage in the game. And this is another landmark we've unlocked. This is the main entrance. And we got an infinity coin, and we also leveled up quite a bit. Another level. This is also the commercial district. I do want to come right back out here real quick and grab these orbs that I saw walking up before the game sadly interrupted me, just because I want them. But anyway, now that we're here inside of Colony 9, there's a couple things that I want to show off. Before I get to start talking about what I'll be using export mode for, I want to talk to this girl right here. This is our first instance of a named NPC. This is Dorothy.
Hi.
Nothing to report. How did I sound? Like I was being alert and cool at the same time? Not just staying here to look pretty, you know. I'm helping out. Not like my brother. He never does anything worthwhile. And this will give us access to the affinity chart. Talking to named residents of a town or area will register them on the affinity chart, which shows a relationship between the party and the members and the residents. And so our first friend. So we can check the affinity chart here. Obviously, we have the Colony 9 area. And we have Dorothy. She's a fine soldier. Her personality. She's active between these times of day. She's a female. She's a Homs. She's 19, and her usual spot is under the ether light. We can also see the items that she trades as well, and different things like that. We also have the party affinity. So currently, it's just kind of basic. The party affinity isn't really that strong yet, but don't worry, that will grow as we can continue. So we have like Shulk here, who's 18, 171 centimeters tall. Likes tinkering machines but dislikes vegetables. Then you have Ryan, who's 190 centimeters tall, 18 as well. He likes energy aubergines, I guess, and he dislikes fruit. And then I can also give gifts between one another. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And then also you can check individual characters out here and things like that if you'd like. But yeah, that's pretty cool. We also got the achievement for our first friend. And let's stop by this shop here. We don't really have anything to sell. We can select items we wish to sell and press A and switch to item categories using the ZL and ZR buttons. And E is displayed on any item that you have equipped to one of your party members. So for example, I can't really sell this because one, it doesn't cost any money. It's a junk sword. It's not very effective. Obviously, as you can see in the description up there. We could sell this, but Shulk is currently using it as well as all the other things as well. Now, we can also sell some of these things. Like if I want to sell a cool potato, I can sell one of those and get a little bit of extra cash, or maybe one of these broken antennas as well. I don't plan on selling too much. I don't have too many things, though. I guess, actually, you know what? I'm just going to go and sell everything that I have on me. I won't keep it. We'll collect some of that stuff later. We can hold the L button to keep selling things. And we'll get about 6,000 cash for it. And then we can go in here and buy some items as well. So, most all of these are going to be for, like, these are for Ryan. And these defense knives are actually for a party member we haven't met quite yet. And then we also have all these items here that we can grab if we want to. And it'll show you how much better the equipment is than the rest of your equipment if you'd like to look and see. We'll go ahead and buy this for Shulk as well. Let's see, the bikini top, It's a lady's bikini top. The special pads increase volume. I will gladly leave that alone, actually. We have this here, but we don't quite have enough money for it, so probably wait on buying anything for sure, because if I was going to buy anything, it would probably be this. And anything that has an S there, you'll notice it has empty slots there. It's not that we can do with slots yet, but anytime you have an item like this, it's good to pick it up if you can see it. Even if it might have worse stats than another item, they're good to pick up. So I would definitely recommend doing that if you get the chance. So I think we'll leave this alone for now too. And then also we have all these art manuals. Though some of these skills are not yet learned, so we can't actually. I know we can buy them. Excuse me. But it allows like Rhine. This will be a Rhine art. It's an intermediate book. It will allow them to further the level of their arts. I'm going to go through a lot of tutorials here. Thank you. Please come again. This is the Ether Light, by the way. This is another warp area that we can warp to whenever we feel like it. I guess now's a good time to cover members of the party. If I can get there. I guess it's because we have Shulk in our party. It's the only reason we can't. Yeah, so I guess we'll have to worry about that a little bit later. I'll cover it when it pops up. Obviously, we have some generic NPCs, which is just residents and things like that. So we won't worry too much about that. And then we do have some exclamation marks around here that we can like grab. Obviously, this is just a generic name, so this is going to be a generic quest. Verdant Buchels on the beach near Anti-Air Battery 1. I can't stand the sight of it. Nasty thing with those spiky horn bits. Take care of it, won't you? This is an example of a challenge quest. This is challenge 2. You've asked to eliminate a gigantic monster because it looks hard to defeat, and we'll get some money for it. And we can view quest in the quest log. Good, I hope it doesn't come too close to the anti-air battery itself. I feel ill just thinking about it. Never mind looking at it. Alright, I think there's another quest. Like, right down here somewhere. No, I think it's actually this... Madam... I don't know. Anyway, we'll just continue onward. We also have another lady here. Colony 9 resident, let's talk to you. Oh, goodness gracious. You won't believe what a silly fool I am. Lost something. I really need help. Will you find it for me? Find the key in Colony 9. And we'll get some XP and some money for that as well. Alright, and there we go. So we got that quest as well. And funny enough, if you look on your map, anytime you see a red exclamation mark, like that one down at the bottom, that's actually where the quest is, or that's where the quest item is. So if I were to walk down there to that bottom area of the map, that's where we'd find that key for that lady. What do you have for me? Just a regular resident. Hand buttons just outside the commercial district. Be really dangerous to get inside the colony. Can we deal with them? Absolutely. Anytime I see a basic generic quest, I'll probably go ahead and accept those quests and just kind of deal with them as they come. And I think the other quest is over here. Yeah, who are you? Just another Colony 9 resident. Vang Teeth. And this is another material quest. We'll have to grab 2 Vang Teeth from Colony 9. And then we'll grab those items. I'm mostly skipping the text on those, just kind of talking about the quests, especially these generic ones. And all generic quests will come from generic NPCs and things like that, so no need to worry. And here we are in the Central Plaza. We've also leveled up once more to level 4. And we have another warp point. But we'll continue on this way to our location that we need to head to. Discovering landmarks, important places and hidden areas, and locations of places of interest. Find all the landmarks on a location to open up the area map completely. So this is the fortress entrance, though this is not obviously every landmark in the area.
What the hell are you playing at?
Uh-oh. The Colonel's gonna explode.
Crashing the mobile artillery into a house. How long have you been in the force?
Sorry, sir. It's just that we were trying to go as fast as we could, like you ordered.
But it's impossible to get back to the military district in only 40 seconds.
I don't want any excuses. Champions don't whine. They win.
Yes, sir.
You're a disgrace
forgetting the shame you brought on this force during joint maneuvers with Colony 6? Stick your back into it, maggots! Move it!
Yes, sir.
Get the artillery back to the military district, double time! Then I want 1,000,000 press-ups from both of you, and you better not stop until your biceps explode!
Colonel, we can't move the artillery.
What? You better give a damn good reason why.
Sir, the impact of the crash damaged the ether conduction cable. The ether fuel proceeded to leak out, and now the cylinder is empty.
Well, change the cylinder then! Can't you even do something as simple as that?
The auxiliary cylinders have all been used up. It'll be 3 days until more come in, sir.
I told you to keep a stock of fuel in reserve!
Sorry, sir.
You're nothing but slackers!
Same old Colonel. At this rate, the men will all be dead before they see any action.
Well, alright then, there we go. Defense Force Soldier, what do you have to say? There's some lake for me on the beach near anti-air battery 1. Could you take a couple of them out for me? Regularly exterminate the monsters around the batteries. Helps keep them safe. And we have another monster quest here. It's mostly just take out some monsters. That's pretty much it. And I think we've seen a couple more of those before now. And he has another quest for us, I think.
What's up?
Yeah, baby Armus on the beach. Take out some just like those, like, I mean, just one baby Armu, and that's all there is to it. And it looks like you have another one, so we'll grab that one for you as well. Part 3. And finally, he's done asking questions. Now, I do want to talk about a little bit about that expert mode thing, and I want to look for some more quests around here while I get the chance. But what we'll do here is I'll use expert mode just in case we like get into a situation where we're pretty high of a level for something like a major boss fight and things like that. And I want it to be a little bit more of a challenge, kind of to show what it would be like for you playing along. Maybe you haven't done every side quest and things like that. There's no more quest out here, by the way. So we'll just head inside this building, which is the research lab, by the way, right here to the left. But I'll be using that to kind of lower our levels a little bit, just in case we get a little bit high of a level. Me run out of materials for my research, but too busy to go get more. Friends, maybe go get for me. Okay, we got 2 small shells for you. Prince will really go? Thank you. Crabble's always dropping small shells. Yeah, so that's mainly what I'll be using expert mode for. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say, I think, at least for now. But let's head inside here and check out this Monado here.
Alright, Shulk. How are you?
Dixon! When did you get back to Colony 9?
Just now. I see you've been busy. Looks like your Monado research has been going well. I made the right choice leaving you in charge.
Your research notes really helped.
So, you can activate it now then.
Well, anyone can activate it. The problem is controlling it.
Yeah, for everyone except him.
Yes. If anyone other than Dunban were able to control the Monado, we could surpass any military force in the world.
You think so? What are these hidden functions you mention?
It's still only conjecture, but it's starting to look like the Monado might be something far more significant than just a weapon for defeating Mechon.
I see. And the evidence to support your theory?
It's the symbol that appears in the center when it's activated. What I know is, the central piece is made from multi-layered glass. The symbol appears on the top layer, and each layer is constructed differently.
So it's possible that other symbols could appear on different layers.
Which means
the Monado might conceal even more power. Am I right?
if we could just unlock the Monado's power.
Dunban! Dunban!
Prioritize the most severely injured. Come on, get a move on!
Dunban!
Don't look like that. I haven't gone yet. Shulk. It was the Monado. It was controlling me. Even so, it saved us. Saved our future. Next, it will be up to you.
Dunban.
Well, I better get the supplies delivered to the defense force. I'll drop round the HQ and see how they're getting on.
Okay then. I'll see you later.
Shulk, you're spending too much time in the lab. Either that or rummaging for junk in the scrapyard. It ain't healthy for a kid your age. That's why you're always looking so pasty. You should get out, get some fresh air once in a while.